Welcome to the Cour of the Grange Diaries. I'm Colin Ryan, British author and screenplay writer. Today is going to be a little bit different. Today you're not going to see me because we are going for a walk together. Yes, you heard that right. I woke up today and today's month I wanted to cover was the month of March. And that meant literally the worst month since I've been here. But when I woke up this morning, I woke up really early, it was teeming, and I mean absolutely lashing down. And it was the loveliest experience I've had for years because I'm very traditional in so many ways, and I love lying in bed and listening to the rain, or on an evening having a roaring fire and listening to the wind. But I haven't really done that for many years, although I always love it and love the feeling that you get from it. But today I stayed in bed a little bit longer. There was no urgency to get up. I let all the urgency of everything I wanted to do, like today's video, just totally dissolve, and I listened to the rain battering off the ceiling and off my window, and it was absolutely divine. So I wanted to share my newfound solace with you and take you for a walk. It was raining more than this earlier, but now it's a little bit drizzly. But it's still nice. The scenery here isn't bad, but if you can see, the grass is completely overgrown, so nothing here is very well kept. But enough ranting. So today's video is about the month of March. Why was it the worst month since I've been here? Literally because everything came to the absolute head, just like a boil when it's just about to pop, and it just weeped and oozed after all these months of, drip feed this and drip feed that. It really just came to a head. So what I mean by that was, not much really happened. There was tension in the air, just trying to keep to ourselves. And I literally ended up being more isolated than I've ever been. I'm not coming out trying to avoid trouble, because Anne just will not stop. Every time she sees, she uses that attitude. So I just didn't want to have to be subjected to it continuously. So I'm going to sit down on the bench and let you just have a little bit of a view. So what happened then was the biggest drama since we've been here, which was the dog fight. Nearing the end of March, I think we were like a few days left of March, going into April, and I was counting down the days until April came because it was the month I was supposed to move, but then lockdown happened. But just a few days before that, the end of the month, there was a dog fight. And what I mean by that was I was out with my family walking the dogs, and then Anne had come out of her house and had her dogs out. So on our way back home, literally just feet away from the front gate, her dog, Siggy, literally runs at Jackson, barges at her, tears a lump out of his face, and I've got photographs I'm going to share. I haven't put them up since or yet because honestly I can't stop crying every time I see him, because that happened at the end of March and it's now early May, the 5th of May, and it breaks my heart that part of his face is now ripped off. I don't know if it'll ever grow back. I don't know what's going to happen with that. It's so devastating that she literally jumped on him, ran at him, attacked him, and because he had a massive chunk of his face removed from the side of his face, he fought back, and I don't blame him. And he was literally covered in his own blood, that Anne and Tom tried to claim that it might have been Siggy's blood, but every drop of it was Jackson's. So part of his face was completely gone, still is, and like I say, I will throw up some photographs of that. And there was a dog fight, and Jackson ended up winning after being attacked, and Anne is literally screaming, "Get him off, get him off, get him off," and then screaming for Tom. So in the midst of it, I'm trying to control Lily, trying to get her into the garden, and because Anne is screaming like a goddamn lunatic, I can't control Lily, and I'm trying to tell her, stop screaming. But no, she wasn't screaming at Colin, she wasn't screaming at anybody else. She proceeded to scream in my face over and over and over, ridiculously. And what happened then was she ended up taking one of those Linda Blair moments, started kicking punching, stomping and slapping Jackson, tried to do the same with Lily, and then tried to do the same with me, and in the process nearly took my eye out. She was holding a weapon that she was using to hit my dogs, and then tried to hit me in the face twice. Yes, she swung at me on my face twice, and then threatened the third time to hit me. Then when I started screaming back at her, because I was absolutely stunned at first that she would actually do that, I told her, "Don't you dare touch my dogs." And next thing, she screams for Tom to come out. So Tom comes running out with a stick wanting to hit Jackson. And then he starts proceeding to scream in my face. And the next thing, I'm verbally attacked as well as physically attacked. And then Tom and Anne both tell me to F off because I lost it. After trying to hold my temper, after not trying to respond, the minute I was physically attacked and physically struck at on numerous occasions, as well as my dogs being stomped on, punched and kicked, then I absolutely lose my temper. Why? Because I had had enough. And if I had been anybody else, I am sure she would have gotten hit back after twice doing what she did to me, to strike me in the face, and nearly took my bloody eye out with the dish that was in her hand, and then threatened to hit me the third time. Most people would have got hit back. But I did not raise my hand to her. So the only other thing that I did was lose my temper. So for the first time since I was here, I lost my temper. And for the first time in 16 years, it's our anniversary tomorrow, the 6th of May, so 16 years. And that's the first time in 16 years Colin has ever known me to flip my lid and really lose my temper. And all I did was, I never threatened him, I just told him to stop effing screaming at me and get out of my face. And because I reared up like that, I have both of them, and then Tom trying to be the big macho man. Oh, F off, oh shut up woman, oh F off, repetitively and aggressively. And he's a tall man. I'm not a tall woman. I'm 5'4", so I'm not that tall. So I have this big ass man screaming like a bat out of hell, coming out wanting to hit my dogs, after his dog, Tara, attacks my dog, Jackson, and rips part of his face off. So I wanted to share this with you today because I'm in such a placid mood, I'm such in a great mindset, that I knew that if I talked about it today, feeling this way, I wouldn't get so angry. Because I knew if I said it, I told you the story during any other kind of emotional, distress or upset or frustration, that I would definitely get really upset, because anytime I think about what they did and how they did it and how it all unravels, I just cry. Because this has been absolute torment, and March was the worst month that I just cried for days. And I was like, every time I looked at Jackson's face, part of his face is gone, and he's such a handsome wee boy that I just like, oh my god, what have your dog done to my dog? And then she's trying to blame Jackson because Jackson overpowered her. Excuse me, Anne and Tom and anybody else out there that thinks that you can get your dog to attack all the people and all the people's animals. You attack somebody, Anne, or anybody else out there, you then, by law, have a reasonable amount of force to strike back. I didn't do that because I'm not an abusive, violent person unlike yourself. So this is unjustifiable, it's illegal, it's criminal. You committed verbal assault, you committed physical assault. You threatened to hit me with a weapon, and you struck me twice to hit me on the face, almost taking my eye with that weapon. You lifted your hands, you lifted your feet to my animals because they were Jackson was defending himself. So there's no justification in any of your actions and what you did. So I'm going to leave that topic right here, and I'm going to continue for my walk because I've got about another minute before I reach 10 or so minutes, and that's all I can upload. So I wanted to take you in through the woods and just enjoy the rest of this glorious day, because it is really peaceful whenever it rains in Normandy, but it's certainly not peaceful here at the Cour de Grange. And these are my diary entries, and I have every right to put out there how I feel, what's happened to me, my experiences. I'm not lying about anything, I'm not exaggerating about anything, I'm just saying it as it is. And in fact, there's a lot of things that I have not really spoken as zealously about as I could have, because there's so much of this drama, of this abuse, of this constant and incestuous torment that there's no need to exaggerate. So I'm coming near the end of this forest, and I hope you enjoyed the walk with me on this drizzly day. The next day that it rains really heavy, I shall come out and show you the wonder of Normandy on rainy days. So I wanted to say thank you for joining me again today, and I will see you again in the next one. So take care and God bless.